Hey everyone, it's Rachel from Sugar Maple Farmhouse, and today I'm going to show you how to make DIY floral vintage bird ornaments. This Christmas craft is one of the easiest ornament crafts you can do. It's basically Mod Podging the ornament. However, there are some tips and tricks that I think you should know when you're Mod Podging a napkin with a pattern onto a round surface of the ornament. So I'm going to get into all of that today. Before we get started, if you have not subscribed to our channel, I hope that you come on over and subscribe. I would love to have you. I cook, I craft, I DIY, I garden. There's a little bit of everything. I like to keep my hands busy, and if you are one of those people who likes to keep your hands busy too, then I hope that you will join me here. Now, let's get started. The first thing you're going to do with this craft is pick a napkin. I will link the napkin I used below in the description if you want to use this exact one and get this exact look. But you can really use any napkin for this craft. I will say that I would probably not recommend using a napkin with a white background. I did make two of these with a napkin that had a white background, and while I think they're pretty, there are some places where the napkin and the Mod Podge together just become a little bit transparent, and I didn't like it as much as I liked these ones. So once you've picked your napkin, you are going to cut out some of the shapes on the napkin. So here I have my birds and I have my flowers. I tried to cut a bird and a flower together to make a bigger section wherever I could. And then I cut apart smaller flowers and smaller pieces of the flowers so that I would have some of the napkin as filler for this. These ornaments are kind of put together like you would put together a collage. So you're going to need some pieces that are more structured and some pieces that can be just put into the cracks and are less structured or less about the specific flower or bird and more about kind of some of that filler material. In the case of these napkins, they have some smaller kind of pinkish white flowers that worked really, really well as gap filler. I also like to use kind of the orange flowers as gap filler too that I am cutting up kind of now here in the frame. They both worked really, really well. So whatever napkin you choose, make sure that it has kind of a main image that you want to kind of focus on, and then enough other things going on the napkin that you can use them as gap filler. Once you have your napkin pieces cut, you can get out the Mod Podge and make sure you're using a brush that you do not care about because you will not get this brush back. It will be ruined. And then put the Mod Podge on your ornament. Once you have enough Mod Podge on the ornament to work with your kind of bigger design element, go ahead and stick that right on the ornament. Make sure that if you are working with any kind of napkin that has directionality, like a bird head, you put that going up towards the top of the ornament and not down towards the bottom of the ornament. You can use your finger to smooth it out a little, although as I got more into these, I didn't end up using my finger very much. So you are going to have creases in this, and I would expect those no matter which napkin you are using, especially if you use any larger pieces like I am here. With smaller pieces, you won't have as many creases, but you will have to do a lot more cutting. As I look at the ornaments now that they're finished, I honestly don't notice the creases that much. And in the places where I do see them, I kind of like it because it gives the ornament a little bit of a vintage appeal. And the pattern in this is very vintage too, right? So it almost looks like an old piece of wallpaper you might find in an old home, maybe my old home at one point, since my house was built in 1900 originally. But the creases, I think, just make it look all that much more like an old vintage wallpaper, and I just didn't mind them. Now, if you do, I will say cut your pieces up into smaller sizes. So don't use huge pieces of napkin. Like even this one I'm sticking on here now is a little big. It's gonna have some creases in it, but cut yours up into smaller pieces. Now, the problem with cutting up smaller pieces is that if you do have kind of larger elements, you're gonna have to really place those well to get them to line up together. So honestly, I would just try to make one with creases, mix them with some of these bigger elements if you're using this same napkin, just like I am. See how you feel about it, and then if you don't like it, if the creases are bothering you too much, then just try another one where you cut up things a little bit smaller. Overall, I really recommend leaving the creases. I just really love the look of these, and I think if you cut things up too small, you'll just kind of make yourself a little crazy. As you get further into the ornament, like I am now, you will also see that you do need to start overlapping some pieces, which again, I love. I love how the final look came out with that. It really just looks like a beautiful collage of this napkin. But if that is something that bothers you, then maybe pick a napkin that doesn't have as many things going on so you can deliberately place things kind of next to each other. I just love the look of these, and I knew that I was going to have to overlap some things in order to get this to work like I wanted it to work. Once you do have your napkin piece down in the place you want it, you need to take the Mod Podge and go over the top of it to seal it onto the ornament itself. And this is a part where you might end up getting more of those creases. I found that if I took my brush and kind of just kept brushing and kind of gently smoothed the crease, it would either fold over so I wouldn't notice it as much, or would even shake out a little bit. So go ahead and try that technique as you're making these and see how it works and see how you feel about it. I felt like that was the best way to go in doing these. And again, I just really felt that it made the whole ornament itself look good, and it made it look even a little more vintage. I'm going to speed this up now so you guys can watch me finish this whole ornament and see how I fill in the gaps on it, how I do the top of the ornament near where the hanging part goes, and how I kind of layer everything together to get the look. Again, once you stick on the piece you want to use, just make sure that it is also getting an extra coat of Mod Podge on the top so that you can make sure your napkin piece is stuck to the ornament itself. Once the ornament was done, I put it in on a skewer in my plants back there to dry. I did film this one from a different angle in case you guys wanted to see how this looked kind of on the bottom or all the way around as I was working. I thought that this just gave another perspective. I obviously sped this up so you wouldn't have to spend the entire time I did watching me do a second ornament. But I will say that I made 6 total of these on 4-inch ornaments, and it took me about 2 hours to make them all. And that included setup time, gathering my supplies, and all of that. So this is a very easy craft. I would consider this a beginner craft, and it is something that you can do in one day too. Here is the final outcome and what they look like on my tree in the library. As a gardener and a flower lover and someone who loves nature, I could not be more happy with the way that these turned out. And in fact, I think it was my favorite craft of the holiday season this year. Thank you guys so much for watching the video today. If you have any questions or comments, leave those in the comment section below and I'll be sure to get back to you. Also, if you want a full step-by-step tutorial, I will leave that link in the description below to sugarmaplefarmhouse.com. And if you have not subscribed to our channel yet, I hope that you subscribe. I cook, I craft, I DIY, I garden, a little bit of everything. I just like to keep my hands busy. If you like to keep your hands busy too, I hope that you'll join me over here. Thanks so much, everyone. Have a great day.